Hi, soul family. Welcome back to Ivy Spiritual Messages and Tarot. And we are looking at another pick a card reading with the topic of messages from your person. What will happen between both of you? Before we look into each of the pile, for those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. And if this message resonates with you, I will really appreciate your support by clicking like, share and leave a comment in the comment section, as well as hit the subscribe button. So for today's pick a card reading, we are having 4 cards here. Pile number 1, the Amethyst crystal. Pile number 2, the black obsidian crystal. And pile number 3, the orange quartz crystal. And then lastly, pile number 4, we have the Lapis Lazuli crystal. And all you need to do here is that meditate, take some time to close your eyes, meditate and think about your person, and then choose the pile that you are most drawn to. If you need extra time, you can just pause this video and then choose the one. And then after that, you can look into the description box or the comment section where I will put the timestamp for each of the piles. Also, please note that this is a collective general pick a card reading. Therefore, it may or may not resonate with every single one of you out there. If this message does not resonate with you, it's okay. I will also put the link in the description box for the all zodiac sign reading. So one of those readings may also resonate with you. Without further ado, let's get into your reading. Hi, pile number 1 or the amethyst crystal. So let's look at into your cards. What will happen between both of you? So let's see what we have here. Okay. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 1, the sign that I'm getting for you here, I'm getting a very strong air energy. Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. I'm also getting a very strong water energy coming up here as well. Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. And then I've also gotten a very strong earth energy coming up here. Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. So you could have any of this sign strongly in your chart, or your person could have any of this sign strongly in their chart. But again, the sign are just extra bonus. If you have the sign, is wonderful. If you do not have the sign, that's also fine. Just look into the messages and see what resonates with you here. So the first thing that I'm getting here, for those of you who chose pile number 1, what will happen between both of you here? I've got intuition and manifestation energy, and then I've also got the yes energy coming up here. So I do feel like this is the most confirmation that you actually needed here, pile number 1, which is talking about all your manifestation, everything that you've been trying to manifest, everything that you've been, like you've been thinking. Yeah, basically everything you've been manifesting, everything that you've been thinking is actually going to come into fruition. And another thing that I've got here for those of you who chose pile number 1 here is that this intuition energy coming up strongly. So I feel like this is the confirmation as well as the wake-up call for all of you here, that to trust your intuition and focus on your intuition. Trusting your gut feeling is coming up very, very strongly here. Yes, you are definitely going to get everything that you are manifesting into your life between you and your person here. And all of this intuition, all of this, like things that your intuition has been telling you is 100% correct. So just focus and honor your intuition is what I'm getting here. And then I've also got prosperity coming up here for those of you who chose pile number 1. So again, this is another confirmation, I would say here. A gift of money is on its way. Your income is increasing. Manage your finances with love. Even though this is basically talking about the financial aspect or the the money aspect within of this card here, I do feel like the main message that I've got for those of you who chose pile number 1 here is that a gift is coming towards you. So this is what is actually going to happen between both of you here. A gift is coming towards you here. What kind of gift are we talking about here? All of this committed relationship, all of this, like the union, the communication that you have been expecting is actually going to come towards you here for those of you who chose pile number 1. And it's also quite interesting because I've got 2 aces coming out for you here as well. So this is like another confirmation that yes, both of you are definitely going to communicate with each other. Yes, both of you are definitely going to be together here. And what is going to, like, what will happen between both of you here? First, I've got the Ace of Swords energy. So this is basically talking about the communication between both of you is going to pick up. And for those of you who haven't been in communication, I do feel like this is like the communication is actually going to come into your life full of clarity and full of honesty. So this is the communication that you have been expecting. This is the communication that you've been dreaming to have here. Like I said, all of your manifestation is actually going to come into fruition here. I've got the yes energy coming up here as well. So for the question that you have within yourself, does your person love you? Does your person want to be with you? Will there be a union, or will both of you going to be together? The answer is that yes, 100% both of you are going to be together. Both of you are going to be in union. Even though at this point of time the communication hasn't really picked up between both of you here, it's also going to be picking up here as well. And then what's next after this communication here? I've got the Ace of Pentacles coming up for you. So this is basically talking about a new offer or an offer, a solid offer, I would say here, for a new beginning energy. So now I like the Ace of Pentacles offer or Ace of Pentacles energy coming up here, because the Ace of Pentacles is the energy of something stable and something solid. So there is no more wishy-washy energy. There is no more, like ghosting, running and chasing. No more of all of those things here. So what will happen in the future between both of you here is that a stable communication, as well as after this stable communication, there is also going to be a stable offer coming up between both of you. And with this stable offer, what is going to happen next here is that I've got the Fool energy coming up here, which is taking the leap of faith energy. Both of you are going to take this leap of faith towards each other. Both of you are going to, like finally having that honesty, like a heart-to-heart conversation or heart-to-heart communication here. Both of you are just like going to be open up your feelings. Both of you are going to be open up emotionally, I would say here. So I feel like this Fool energy, which is actually taking the leap of faith energy coming up here, is actually going to be initiated by your person. Like I said, with the communication that hasn't been picking up here, or the on and off communication, finally both of you, the first one that will be initiating it is your person, is actually going to initiate the taking the leap of it, I would say here, overall in this journey. Now another most important thing that I've got for those of you who chose pile number 1 here is that I've got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles energy coming up here. So this is something that you really need to pay attention to here, because the Queen of Cups energy here is basically talking about emotionally being mature, being open emotionally, and then the Queen of Pentacles energy is basically talking about being grounded, being mature energy coming up here. So the most important thing that's actually going to happen between both of you here is that level of maturity, grounded, and like basically no more wishy-washy energy. Like I mentioned before here, like both of you are going to be open with your emotion, with your feelings, which I feel like your person in the past, or even like up until this particular point of time here, is that they have been running from their emotion. The reason why they're running from you here is because they are actually running from their own emotion coming up here. So with this Queen of Cups energy coming up here, this is basically them finally going to go through the healing, finally going to go through the transformation, and just picking up and just basically like opening up their heart, I would say here. So healing themselves, healing this emotional pain and the emotional trauma, which in return is going to make them grounded and mature within themselves here. So this is like the major transformation, and they are actually like the moment that both of you are starting to communicate again, like both of you are going to start communicating, and both of you are going to start reinitiating, like things are actually going to start taking off between both of you here. Both you and your person are already in the level of little empress and little emperor. So it's like one more step for both of you to integrating, one more step for both of you to be connected with your divine masculine and divine feminine energy here, for those of you who chose pile number 1. So definitely a wonderful energy here. What will happen between both of you here? Both you and your person is actually going to take a leap of faith to restart this relationship from a ground zero, where before both of you are going to restart this relationship from ground zero, there is going to happen a open and honest communication between both of you here. all of the things that you've been manifesting, all of the things that have been waiting to come into fruition, yes, you're definitely going to get that. And meanwhile, you also need to pay attention and focus on your intuition and focus on your gut feeling. So that's it for those of you who chose pile number 1. I hope the reading resonates with you. If it does, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and leave a comment in the comment section, as well as don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I will see you in the next reading. Have a good day, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye bye. Hi, for those of you who chose pile number 2, or the black obsidian crystal, on what will happen between both of you here. So let's see the cards that we got for you here. For those of you who chose pile number 2, right, so we have got release your past, learn from it coming up here, and let's see what the rest of the card says. Okay, I've got the sun card coming up here. Wonderful energy, I would say, for those of you who chose pile number 2. So let's look into the sign first. I'm getting a very strong Leo energy, fire sign, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. I'm also getting a very strong water energy coming up here, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, as well as air energy, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. So you could have any of these signs strongly in your chart, or your person could have any of these signs strongly in your chart. Even if you or your person does not have any of these signs strongly in your chart, that's okay. The signs are just extra bonus. Just listen to the messages and take which resonates with you here. For those of you who chose pile number 2. So it's quite interesting because the first card I've got for you here, the first energy that I've got for those of you who chose pile number 2, is the family energy. So what will happen between both of you here is that I've got a very strong family energy. So I feel like for those of you choosing pile number 2, I feel like you're about to welcome a new member in your family. So for those of you who have been wanting to get pregnant, or who have been wanting to have a children of your own, with this family energy, this is basically talking about welcoming that new baby into your family here. So I do feel like both of you are also going to be a family together here. So if you are currently in a separation at this point of time, for those of you who chose pile number 2, this family energy is basically talking about both of you going to be together, getting married, being together, building up a family on your own. Happy family, happy relationship, like all in one package is what I'm getting here. And then another thing that I've got for those of you who chose pile number 2 here, because I've also got release your past and learn from it. This is also serving as one of the blockages, I would say here, which I feel like one of you, if not both of you here, might have a childhood trauma, or like abusive situation with your family here. Like for example, family issue, family upbringing that could just be affecting both of you mentally as well as emotionally here, which also in return is actually affecting both of your spiritual growth at this point of time. So this is something that you need to let go. This is something that you need to pay attention to, onto healing yourself, healing all of this family issue and childhood trauma here. And then I've also got the balance energy coming up here. So again, what will happen between both of you here, balance will be reinitiated into this particular situation. So if both of you had gone through a massive misunderstanding, argument, like kind of like conflict here and there, I feel like this is the time that both of you are going to start regaining balance within yourself, which I feel like the miscommunication or the fight, like unnecessary conflict that might have happened between both of you in the past year, was majoritarily caused by ego energy, as well as a rushing in to take the decision coming up here. So let me just go through that a little bit later. Now looking at this balance energy here, balance will be reinitiated into your life. Take time to relax, indulge a little more or less, set boundaries with your work. So this is basically talking about that both you and your person here need to balancing up yourself here. I do feel like some of you here have been overworking yourself, like just throwing yourself into work, just throwing yourself into throwing yourself into work, like just like keeping yourself busy. Or this could also be your person energy here. So with this balance, both of you are going to hit that spot, or that particular time, that particular point, I would say here, that you kind of like just need to step back a little bit, retracting yourself, I would say here, and paying attention to all of these emotional pain and paying attention to all of this emotional trauma that might have been affecting both of you up until this particular point of time. Now looking at this Knight of Swords energy and the King of Wands energy, like I said before, the conflict or the misunderstanding, unnecessary argument between you and your person, the major cause of that here, firstly I'm getting like a very strong ego energy. So this ego energy could be coming up from your person, and then I've also got a rushing into taking a decision. So I feel like you are also getting triggered egoistically. I would say here that you just like kind of like saying things or doing things without even thinking twice. So I do feel like anger and ego is coming up as a very strong factors into this particular situation or into this particular relationship for those of you who chose pile number 2. And what do I mean by that here is that you may say something and then your person are going to get triggered and getting defensive, and then they're going to like starting behaving from the place of ego, and with them starting to behave from the place of ego, you are also going to get triggered, and then you're going to say something or do something, for example like just blocking them out of nowhere, or just like saying mean thing towards them, like doing some harsh thing towards them. So you kind of like getting triggered heavily, I would say here. So this is something that both of you need to pay attention to on to healing yourself, because the reason why both of you are acting from the ego and why both of you are kind of like getting triggered to make a rush decision without thinking twice here, again coming back to this, release your past, learn from it. So I do feel like the reason why it happened in the first place here, because both of you are trying to protect yourself or feeling defensive, I would say here, like both of you thinking like this is the nature, like this is the this is like your defense mechanism, I would say here, for those of you who chose pile number 2. So you kind of like thinking I need to do this, so if I don't do certain things like this, if I don't like get triggered, and if I don't like say something harsh here, I would just be like I'm just protecting myself. You kind of like thinking in that way, I'm just protecting myself, I'm just protecting my heart. So the reason for you to go into that defense mechanism here, because there are some sort of like past trauma, emotional pain that is still affecting you up until this particular point of time. So this is something that you need to heal, this is something that you need to let go here. And then I've also got the Four of Swords energy coming up here. So with this balance and this Four of Swords energy, I do feel like another thing that you need to pay attention to here for those of you who chose pile number 2 here is that taking a break when you need, taking the rest that you needed here. So try to pay attention to your body whenever your body is telling you that they're tired or they just like want to rest. It's really important for you to pay attention to that, to pay attention to that, and also giving your body the rest that they actually need, I would say here, for those of you who chose pile number 2. So try to not overwork yourself, like try to ground yourself, meditate, do some spiritual part, basically like try to focus on your physical health as much as you are focusing on your emotional and mental health as well here. And then lastly, I've got the Ace of Cups and the Sun energy coming up here. Wonderful energy I've got here. Both are talking about a new beginning in terms of the connection. Like I said, both of you are going to have the family of your own here. Like finally, both of you are going to be opening up emotionally and just and just having that discussion. Okay, let's do this, let's restart everything here, and just let's build a family for both of us, like that kind of energy will happen. And then I've also got the Sun energy coming up here. This is like the ultimate confirmation, this is also the ultimate happiness energy coming up here. So I feel like the storm that has been in both of your life here will soon fade away, where the suns will actually start shining in both of your life as well here. So that's it for those of you who chose pile number 2. I hope the reading resonates with you. If it does, please don't forget to hit the like, share and leave a comment in the comment section, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next reading. Have a good day, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye. Hi, for those of you who chose pile number 3 or the orange quartz crystal. So let's look at into the cards what will happen between both of you here. Oh, I've got a karmic situation right away. So let's see what the rest of the cards have. Alright, interesting. Okay, so let me start with the sign first. For those of you who chose pile number 3, I'm getting a very strong Libra energy here. So air sign, Aquarius, Libra and Gemini. I'm also getting like a very strong water energy coming up here as well, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So either you or your person could have any of these signs strongly, and even if either one of you do not have this one of these signs strongly, it's okay, because the signs are just extra bonus. The most important thing here is the message. So it's quite interesting because right away I've got karmic situation and then I've got stuck energy. So I feel like both of you, sorry, for those of you who chose pile number 3, I'm getting like a very strong in separation energy at this point of time, and unfortunately at this point of time here I'm kind of getting that this separation may last a little bit longer, or at least may last longer than you are initially expecting it, I would say here, for those of you who chose pile number 3. So this is what is going to happen between both of you. What will happen between both of you here is that I feel like both of you are still going to feel stuck, or at least one of you here is still going to be stuck in a certain karmic situation. Now this karmic situation can be many things. It can be like friends, toxic family members, could also be like someone else being in a relationship or being in a marriage with someone else, could also be like toxic family members as well. Basically like anything that is currently stopping or anything that is currently delaying the union between both of you, I would say here. And it's quite interesting because I've also got the Eight of Swords energy coming up here as well. I'm getting a massive stuck energy here. So I feel like your person is currently in this position, I would say here, for those of you who chose pile number 3. But for some of you here, both of you actually currently stuck in this particular situation. Both of you want to be breaking free from this karmic situation, or at least from feeling stuck and feeling trapped within yourself here. But at the same time, you kind of like just don't know what you need to do here. It's kind of like both of you are running in the same circle over and over again. Like both of you are just, both of you are definitely in the running and chasing dynamic at this point of time here. And apart from this running and chasing dynamic, so imagine like there is this circle. So both of you just like circling this one here and keep on running within this circle. And for this energy to be you basically like need to break from this running in a circle energy here. And what you need to do at this point of time, especially with this karmic situation here, so if you are the one who's actually currently stuck in this karmic situation, so basically you need to make the decision to leave this karmic situation. But if this karmic situation is coming up from your person, now this is going to be a little bit challenging because we cannot force other person to leave when it's not the time yet. So what you need to do here is that focusing on yourself. Why is it that you keep on running in this circle here? And instead of chasing your person and instead of running away from this whole connection here, is that you need to let go of these baggages. Again, the reason why you are running and the reason why you are chasing here is that because both of you are coming out with a very strong baggage within yourself. As you can see here with this Ten of Wands, you want to move on or you want to break free from this cycle, but at the same time here there are a lot of baggages. And these baggages basically mean childhood trauma, emotional pain, emotional trauma, basically a lot of toxic and negative energy that you have been carrying within yourself for the longest time here. For those of you who chose pile number 3, so this is something that you need to let go, I would say here. Letting go of this toxic energy, letting go of this negative energy here. You need to make that decision. Okay, this is it. I'm going to surrender. I'm going to focus on my healing. I'm just going to let go of everything here. And I'm just going to focus on myself. Yes, I do still have love for them. Yes, I do understand that they're going to come back towards me here. But at this point of time, I cannot afford to keep on chasing, or I cannot afford to keep on running. But the only thing that I can afford at this point of time here is that starting to let go of all of these baggages, starting to let go of all of this negative energy and toxic energy that I have been carrying for the longest time here. And also it's quite interesting because I've got the Justice energy coming up here as well. So this is basically talking about the karmic situation is going to, like both of you are going to get the justice from this karmic situation coming up here. So literally like karmic justice will be served between both of you. So what will happen between both of you in the future here is that getting this karmic justice that you deserve. So I feel like this karmic situation may be there for a little bit longer here, and then eventually both of you are going to be breaking free from this karmic situation, I would say here. And for those of you, either you or your person who are currently married, or at least being being with someone at this point of time. With this justice energy, this is basically talking about legal system or legal issues such as legal separation, divorce, child support and child custody issue. Basically, like both of you are going to get the justice that you deserve is what I'm getting strongly here. For those of you who chose pile number 3. So what will happen next then? What will happen between both of you after both of you get this karmic justice? So after both of you be breaking free from feeling trapped, breaking free from all of this stuck energy mentally and emotionally, what is going to happen next? I've got the 6 of Cups energy coming up here, and then I've got the beloved energy coming up here as well. So let me read it first. Beloved, prepare for your life partner. Romance is returning to your relationship. Believe you are lovable. And then I've also got the 6 of Cups energy coming up here. So it's basically talking about prepare for your life partner to enter your life. So what does it mean here is that a strong union between you and your person is actually going to happen. Like I said, the only thing that is currently stopping both of you, or the only thing that is currently delaying both of you to be in union here, is that there is a very, very strong karmic energy and karmic situation surrounding both of you here. And it's not only about healing this karmic situation, also going through yourself here. Both you and your person need to look back into yourself, need to look within yourself here, and healing all of these baggages, healing all of this toxic and negative energy that has been there within yourself for the longest time, I would say here, for those of you who chose pile number 3. Because the point here is that it's not only about healing this karmic situation, but also healing any possible triggers, any possible ego and pain within yourself. Because when both of you coming back together, when both of you are already in this union here, because your person is 100% coming towards you here, pile number 3, is just that it's going to take a little bit longer than you are initially expected here. So when both of you are already coming up together, or in the future when both of you comes back together here, you need to make sure that this union is going to last. And what you need to do for that here is that healing any possible triggers and going through this healing energy within yourself. Because there is no point for both of you to break free from all of this karmic situation, breaking free from all of this toxic energy. Only later on both of you are just going to get triggered again and then move a separate way again. Because the point here is that when both of you coming into the union here, when romance and love and your person is coming back into your life, is that for both of you to stay in that particular relationship, in that particular union. So for that, I've got the Hangman energy coming up. It's time for you to surrender, letting go of all this ego-based energy, letting go of all of this, like toxic codependency and all of this negative energy within yourself, and finally surrendering to the divine and asking the divine to help you to go through all of this healing process. So that's it for those of you who chose pile number 3. I hope the reading resonates with you. If it does, please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I'll see you in the next reading. Have a good day, stay safe and be blessed. Bye bye. Hi, for those of you who chose pile number 4 or the Lapis Lazuli crystal. So let's see what will happen between both of you and see the cards that we have here. I've got self-love, work on your inner self. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile number 4, the sign that I'm getting for you here, I'm getting a very strong fire energy, Aries, Leo and Sagittarius. I'm also getting a very strong water energy coming up here as well, Cancer, Scorpio and Pisces. So any of you or your person could have any of these signs strongly in your chart. And even if any of you do not have any of these signs strongly in your chart, that's fine. The signs are just extra bonus. The most important thing here is the message. So the first thing that I'm getting here is that I've got self-love, work on your inner self. And then I've also got courage coming up here with the judgment energy. So what will happen between both of you here is that I'm getting a very strong divine intervention is actually going to happen between you and your person energy here. And what kind of changes or what kind of thing that you can expect from this massive divine intervention, this judgment energy here, what you can expect from that. I've got the 5 of Swords energy, and then I've also got the Ace of Wands energy coming up here. So the first thing that I'm getting here is that a very strong feeling defeated energy is coming up from you or coming up from your person here. For those of you who chose pile number 4, I'm also getting like a little bit of self-blaming, feeling guilty and feeling regretful energy coming up here. So I feel like your person at this point of time is currently going through a massive regret or a massive emotional turmoil within themselves here. And what is the reason for them to feel all of those things here is that because they feel like they have made a huge mistake for breaking up with you, or like for going through this separation, because after all of this time, after the separation between both of you here, they're actually feeling defeated, and they've come to this particular realization here is that no one can come close with you, I would say here, in terms of the relationship. And this is also why I've got the partnership energy coming up here as well. Teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with, build a talented support system. So what they have realized here, what they're going to realize, what will happen between both of you here is that they're going to come into this realization that they only trust you, they only ever trust you, I would say here, for those of you who chose pile number 4. So the way that they are seeing you here is that like the I forgot the word here, but like a partner, like partner in crime, I would say here. So they can only be open towards you, they can only like completely trust you here, and like you are the only person that they can like talk about everything here, their secrets, their anger, the sadness, whatever within themselves, or whatever that has been going on within themselves here. You are the only person that they can open up with. You are the only person that like they can just open up their heart and just like talk it out. That kind of energy is what I'm getting here. So actually, for those of you who chose pile number 2 here, is that your person has been putting you in such a high pedestal, but at the same time here there is also an ego based energy coming up from your person. So when the moment that both of you are going through this separation, or when the time that your person is saying, okay, this is it, let's just separate here, they really did not pay attention to all of these things that both of you were sharing, or both of you shared, I would say here, for those of you who chose pile number 2. Because after the separation, they're starting to realize that no one in their life has ever come close to the way that they're feeling towards you, have ever come close to the trust that they have towards you here. So this is something that light bulb moment, I would say here, that aha moment coming up from your person, that come to this particular realization, okay, this is it, I've just like I've been quite selfish here, and I've just come into this realization that they actually mean more to me. That kind of energy is what I'm getting from your person. So what is going to happen next here is that what will happen between both of you, I've got this courage energy. So what will your person do here is that picking up the courage. And how do they picking up the courage here is that by working on themselves, by working on the inner self here, by healing all of this trauma, by like healing all of this ego based energy, because they've come to this particular realization, because at this point of time they're feeling really defeated here, pile number 4. So they've come to this realization, the only person that the only person that is stopping this union to happen between both of you here is their own ego, is all of this like all of this back and forth energy getting triggered from their ego is coming up very strongly. So what they're going to do here is that they're going to focus on healing the inner self, they're going to focus on healing the inner child, I would say here. So they will be taking up this courage energy to just to just find a way to heal themselves, and they're going to follow the light. All of this healing and the prayers and all of this like divine protection and divine healing that you have been sending to them here is actually definitely 100% working here for those of you who chose pile number 4. So what else can you expect from this connection moving forward into the future here? I've got the Ace of Wands. So I feel like some of you here have been having your crown chakra and your your crown chakra and your third eye chakra are opening up, I would say here, which is actually coming up in a form of dreams, getting messages from the dreams. Could also be like getting like a certain numbers here, like for example 1111, 222, basically like a lot of sign and synchronicities coming up strongly in your life. So paying attention to all of those signs, paying attention to all of those messages that you are getting along with the sign and you're getting along with the dreams here is really important for those of you who chose pile number 4. Because at this point of time here, the main energy that I'm getting for you here is that energetical movement. So it may take some time for all of this energetical movement to be manifested into the 3D realm. So at this point of time, all you have here is that the communication from the 5D, or the communication that you have from the divine, your intuition is coming up here. So this is why it's really, really important for you to pay attention to your crown chakra, paying attention to your intuition, as well as paying attention to your third eye chakra here. And now, when we are talking about this courage energy, it's not only coming up from your person, but you also need to have this courage energy here. And for what? Again, the same thing here, self-love and working your inner self. Because like I said before here, both of you need something to heal. It's not only that one person needs to heal here, both of you need to go through these changes, need to go through this transformation. And what will happen next here, I've got the King of Cups energy, and then I've got the Queen of Wands energy coming up here. So this is the time that they're finally going to let go of the ego. They're going to let go of this stubbornness, hot temper energy, childish energy, and immature energy, and finally looking into themselves. I would say here, for those of you who chose pile number 4, and just go through that healing energy, healing themselves emotionally, healing this emotional pain and emotional trauma that they've been carrying within themselves for a very, very long time here. So that's it for those of you who chose pile number 4. I hope the reading resonates with you. If it does, please don't forget to hit the like, share, and leave a comment in the comment section, as well as don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you in the next reading. Have a good day, stay safe, and be blessed. Bye bye.